What is going on, guys? Hopefully you have an incredible day so far, getting a lot done. We definitely are. I wanted to make sure you guys are ready for this YouTube video focused on product research. Okay, some real reasons and factors that would contribute to your product possibly becoming a winner or scaling thereafter as well, and what you can do to actually take note of these telltale signs, as well as some actual mini product audits to give you guys an example as to what certain winning products look like, as well as how to separate them from losing products as well. So a bit of a more in-depth product audit today, which is going to be really, really good, guys. So be sure to watch the entire video, hit like as well if you actually enjoyed the video, and make sure to subscribe to the channel as well, and I'll see you guys at the end of the video. One of the most important things to realize is how do we actually identify a winner in the early stages of testing? Other than the 3-day rule of day 1, no view content, kill it, day 2, no add to cart, kill it, and day 3, no purchase, kill it. There's also some surefire signs that you could take into account as well as you first start testing your products. Okay. And one of the most important things to realize is you're looking for consistency, not in all the audiences, but just consistency in sales in the first, 1 to 3 days. When I say consistency, I mean day 1, get a sale or 2. Okay, day 2, get maybe 2 sales, 3 sales. Day 3, get a few more, 3 or 2 sales. Seeing consistency of sales data and purchase data coming in the first, second, and third day is a phenomenal sign, obviously. Now, what you want to look out here for here is specific audiences that are typically doing well over and over again. So if we're noticing the magazine column is getting sales over and over again, it's a good sign. If we notice that the actual, let's say, Store Light Flex is not getting sales over and over again, it's getting below average KPIs, we want to take these pieces into account. Okay, all of these points are massively, massively important for actually understanding how you're going to move forward. Okay, so consistency in seeing sales come in within the first few days is important. Okay, because that shows instant demand without much optimization. Okay, that's one of the most important points to understand is as you start to get more and more sales, your ad account will start to optimize more and more. Okay, and especially to that individual and that buyer, that type of buyer, you'll start to get better, more accurate traffic to your site based on the more sales that you get. Okay, so a few sales in the first few days is a phenomenal sign. Okay, we're not even talking about KPIs at this point. We're just looking for the actual purchase fire to come in. Okay, not even a 10 or 15 sales. I'm talking 1 sale day 1, 2 sales day 1, 3 sales day 1 are very, very good signs. Okay, now, secondly, all these points I'm going through here, guys, are general points that I want you to understand before we even jump into our product research here, okay? So great KPIs from the get-go, okay? And what's important is that we understand a few things about the KPIs. They're gonna be less accurate, okay, the less spend they have. For example, if you're actually pushing forward and you launch your audiences and you don't have any sales 12 hours into the day, but your KPIs are phenomenal, okay, that's not really much there's not much of a, of a determination we can make from that because it's still so young. If your KPIs are phenomenal, you're only 12 hours and you haven't got any sales yet, you want to go ahead and start to take note of CTR, CPM, okay, CPC, all these great metrics a bit deeper into the actual sales process, okay, into the actual process, maybe day 3, day 4, day 5. During the first 3 days, keep in mind, we're looking at day 1, no view content, kill it, day 2, no add to cart, kill it, and day 3, no purchase, kill it. Okay, we're not really being extremely brutal with our KPIs, CPC, CTR, all those types of metrics until like day 2, day 3. We're not really actually considering what they're saying there, okay, because they're so inaccurate on day 1 with low spend. We're only looking at the view content, add to cart, and purchase actual metrics on those first few days, okay? On day 2 and day 3, we'll start to give our actual KPIs a bit more of a second look. With that being said, you need to keep a look at the actual likes, okay, and the comments below. People are actively going to start tagging their friends, okay? That's one of the most important things as well, that you can notice a very viral product immediately. If it's early on in the ad spend and you're not really actually getting much, craziness yet because it's only day 1 or day 2, but you're seeing people start to tag people left and right, that's very, very important here, okay? Humans work in a very similar way. So if you start seeing in early ad spend, low spend, people tagging and lots of likes, okay, that's a great representation of what will happen at scale when you start to spend more money on this specific audience. Okay, keep those things in mind. Okay, obviously quick traction and quick engagement is good because that's ultimately going to show the actual Facebook algorithm that, hey, this, Windy Cabana is giving us really, really good user experience because they're getting great engagement. Lots of people are commenting, okay, and overall, it's a good experience. That's how Facebook judges you at this point. If people are looking at your ads and constantly reporting it, they don't like the ad, it's going to lower your actual push of the ad through the actual auction. So it's important to realize that at the end of the day, we're looking to put on a show and an experience for our people, okay, through advertisement. It's not all about just sell, 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 sell. It's about enabling people to enjoy the experience of being marketed to. Okay, people like to actually make the decision to be sold. Okay, the decision to buy. They don't love to be sold to, but they love to buy. Okay, and you have to understand that that's one of the most important points here is the more sales you come off in your ad, 10% off here, got a BOGO going on here, buy 6, get 1. You want to just be very informative, okay? Help them make a decision. Think of it like that. People want to buy. They just want to make the best decision. So it's your job to help them make that decision, okay? And if you start seeing people commenting, tagging people, it's a great sign from the get-go that you're having a great user experience, okay, which is the most important thing with Facebook ads these days. Now, you should be actively checking your email as well. That's why your email should be visibly available on your site in your footer, okay? And overall, if you're starting to get constantly people messaging you about questions about the product early on, that's a phenomenal sign as well. Every question that you get more than one of should be put into an FAQ section at the bottom of the actual page. If you're having a few people actually move forward and ask you the same question over again, there's bound to be 10,000 more people, 1,050 more people asking that same question in their head, okay? And maybe that didn't enable them to want to go ahead and make a purchase. That being said, you want to go ahead and every single time you see a question in your email, in the comments, wherever that is asked more than once, you're going to go ahead and create a FAQ section and put that below in your actual description below the 3 concepts that we've mentioned. Okay, that's going to help you increase conversion rate for people who are not buying because of certain questions. Okay, now those are some minor points I wanted to go ahead and bring up for us. Okay, before we actually go ahead and jump into these products today. These are all main general points as to what you should be looking for when you first start to see traction. Okay, or if you want to say, how do I know if I'm starting to see traction? How do I know I might have a potential winner? Now, one of the main things I want to go ahead and bring up here is this is a prime example, ladies and gents, of an outdoor experience product. These are the type of products doing extremely well. These items, okay, are the ones flying off the shelves right now. Okay, a few concerns that I'll bring up momentarily. Okay, but overall, this is a really, really incredible item, okay, mainly because it's outdoor experience. People are paying more these days for outdoor experience items, okay? People are paying more for good times with other people, okay? And when you think about it, $50 to go ahead and be able to go ahead and cook something, okay, or stew, create some stew, create some soup, okay, is very, very unique, especially if you're out in, the camping type arena. It's important we understand that we are selling the experience here. Okay, so this product is a phenomenal example as to what will do well. Very high perceived value, saves people time, saves people money. Okay, extremely unique for sure. And this is definitely outdoor experience. And if you've listened to anything I've said in the last 3 to 6 months, right, outdoor experience is definitely where I see the most money flowing to right now. Okay, especially in our own brands, what's doing well is outdoor experience. Now, with that being said, one of the things I do want to bring up here is the brand logo on here. Okay, typically we like to go ahead and have that removed. So what you can do is simply message the supplier on here, asking if they have any without that specific logo, but also keep in mind when you're working with our agent, they're going to be recreating this for you and they'll just remove the logo straight away. So the only thing that we have to do here is a patent check, which I'm sure this is not. This specific one isn't, but I definitely recommend double checking. Okay, but overall, this is a phenomenal product here. I'm definitely a fan of this. Okay, and this is something that's extremely high perceived value, like I've mentioned, Ed. Okay, also the price point is slightly high here. Okay, but the thing is, it's a real experience product. Okay, there's real utility that comes along with this item as well. So the price could actually definitely be justified here. Now, one of the really cool things about outdoor experience products is they shine when they're showcased being used. Okay, when in the actual art of what you're doing, showcasing it being done. Okay, actually using it as soon as the video starts is one of the main things here, and then showing assembly halfway through. A lot of people with items like this that need to be assembled will show the assembly immediately, and that's where you lose consumers. The first 8 seconds of your video is going to be the most important point, okay, to actually have people start to form a positive or negative actual bias with your product. You need to show this immediately being used and what it does. Okay, with all these outdoor experience products, we need to sell the vacation, not the plane ride. Okay, and what happens here is we're showcasing the end result of exactly what goes on. No longer actually starting the video with it being assembled, okay, or you showing them the materials. You need to show the sauce being boiled, the macaroni being cooked, whatever is happening here, okay, needs to be showcased immediately as it starts. That's what's going to captivate people's attention, especially with food-centered products. Okay, people are used to scrolling through and watching food, food being cooked. They're going to go ahead and stay and watch those. So if you actually have food in your ad, or you could kind of make it like more of like a viral type of content ad that you see on TikTok or Instagram. Okay, that's where you're going to capture higher click-through rates. Okay, and that's why, you know, coupling this kind of logic with market logic, knowing what people are watching in common day, and kind of coupling it with your advertising is a great way to go ahead and just have better ads. Little hint for everyone here. Ed has a phenomenal opportunity to create a cooking style ad. Like I just mentioned, people are already accustomed to watching these specific ads on videos, on TikToks, and just scrolling through for hours, watching the whole damn thing. If you can mimic how a organic piece of content looks on Instagram, on TikTok, and you have a very, very great chance of doing very well here with this specific item. Okay. And one of the main things as well is you could also target different types of individuals who eat different types of foods. If they're vegan, if they eat meat, whatever, you could have specific ads made for specific types of keywords, right? In your actual algorithmic targeting, you're segmenting by type of food, type of favorite food. Okay, all of these things are important points. And yes, we could just go out there, do normal algorithmic and just do a normal video. But when you think of these points, like we're thinking about here, you'll have a much better chance at actually getting traction much quicker. Okay, and actually being able to go ahead and spend much less and get much better return. Okay, look at how we're not only looking at the actual product, we're looking at what type of product it is, its outdoor experience. Okay, we're also talking about how we're going to be using the actual product in a video ad by making it look like viral content already. And we're also talking about how we're going to segment the demographic by what type of food they actually eat. Okay, if we're able to see all those things so vividly and so quickly, just by looking at the product, that's how you know it's a pretty good sign that the item can do very well. Okay. And what's cool here is you have some video, you have some video content. That's all fine and dandy. I prefer you make your own content that's a bit more high quality than this. Okay. Yeah, this is not going to be really a scroll stopper much at all. Okay. But overall, the product is really good and you have some good content and images that you can, utilize. Now, with that being said, Ed, in combination with all of those things, the fact that it's an outdoor experience product is really what makes it really, really valuable to me, because I know for a fact that outdoor experience is going extremely, extremely hot. It's going to be extremely hot for the foreseeable future. Okay, so this is a phenomenal choice here, my friend. Great find. So I love where your mind's. My only concern with this is that there is other similar items out there in Bed Bath & Beyond and stores, okay, that have similar types of mats, etc. Okay, but hear me out here. This item specifically, and we have students who literally have we have students in the program right now who are amongst your peers who have multi-million-dollar company brands in this exact market. Okay, which is really cool. And what's important is we realize why. Why was he able to build a multi-million-dollar brand in a market like this? It's because, okay, it's such a generalized market. There's so much room for purchasers. There's so many people who need this. Okay, this is an item that every single one of us need. Literally every single one of us needs an item like this. Okay, everyone who's a human needs an item like this. If you have a home, where you stay at an apartment, or you live somewhere, right? Everyone needs an item like this. Now, what's important to understand is that there is competition in this marketplace, meaning there's other people selling in it, okay? But if you're able to differentiate yourself properly, have great branding, and actually showcase the marketing angle of your item in a different way than the competition does, and have your item actually bleed through with different benefits and different actual reasons to buy the product, you could do very well. Just because the market is very, very, and I'd be the first one to tell you if it was oversaturated, okay, and it shouldn't be marketed. But in markets like this, okay, where it's not oversaturated, it just has great numbers all around because there's so many people buying. The key here is differentiating yourself with marketing angling. Okay, so this is a phenomenal item to go ahead and choose because it brings you into a more generalized market of mass market buying, mass market appeal. Remember what I always say, ladies and gents. The items that we want to go ahead and pick should have mass market appeal. Okay, mass market appeal with a differentiative marketing angle. And what happens here, this is the type of product, Paul, to go crazy on wide open targeting. Okay, what targeting, zero interest, just core 4 or worldwide. This is the type of item to go freaking crazy on it as well. Just like my teddy bear coat that I've sold, that I've sold before. That was a very general appeal market. Okay, and that's the reason that did so well. It's important to understand that with competition comes opportunity, okay, unless it's way too saturated, okay, like a watermelon slicer, then we don't want to market something like that. But this has all the actual points of being able to obviously make it safe. You have the safety angle so people don't slip. You have the conveniency angle, right? You have the fact that you know, it's going to save you money because you're not going to be using the same crappy towel and ruining your towels, all your prized possession towels. You have something that's solely for this, it's machine washable. Okay, all of these things are important because it meets 3 pieces of the actual product research criteria. Okay, 4, it's in a mass market. Okay, we do want to understand that it is in a very competitive market though. So your video, okay, in your language and copy, in your copy and your video and your landing page is going to make or break you with this, because this is for sure a winner. Okay, but you have to portray it in a way where people want to become part of it. Okay, it's definitely a winning product. Okay, so like I said, we have little students who sell products very similar to these and have multi-million-dollar brands built. Okay, so in this specific actual market, okay, because it's so generalized and it does so well. So hint, this is a great place to start, guys. Okay, now one of the main things as well is understanding that you're not going to be able to find many differentiators, okay, with this item compared to what's being sold in Bed Bath & Beyond, because it's clearly, you know, almost the same thing. How do we combat that? How do we find differentiation in a world of commonality? What you do here is you create proper, you know, marketing content by creating a great marketing angle. Okay, this is a product that you're going to have, you know, very creative video creation with, and just a good marketing angle, not just the same. Oh, no slip. You want to have a very, very creative marketing angle. Okay, that maybe it's less time cleaning up. Okay, it's, you know, your caulking is no longer going to be getting soaked on the outside of the bath, whatever. Okay, you have to come up with something creative that goes against what everyone else is marketing it as, so you can have a different kind of, you know, twist on it when someone gets hit with the advertisement. And secondly, I would say that the content here is more important than anything, and having actual user-generated content within this is going to be huge as well, because, you know, this is something that, you know, everyone has and everyone will be considering buying, and they want to hear it from someone else, not just the brand of how good it is. So UGC is going to be huge here, Paul. Okay, but to add this to your arsenal of the, you know, cash flow you're already generating, I think it's a great pick, because this is something, now that you have great experience at this point, this is something that could be very, very very nicely scaled, I guess I would say. And this is an item I would go at with someone like yourself who's done very well already in the program, right? Who can actually have that experience to push a more aggressive marketing angle. I wouldn't recommend this to someone who's completely new, because you want to have a very creative, outside the box ideology. Okay, but for someone like yourself, Paul, I would think this is a great item to move forward with, my friend. This item right here, I'm definitely a fan of, and I'll tell you why. Not only have I seen countless items like this do very, very well, but I want to give you some ideology behind this market as to why it's a good product. Okay, and everything you said there is 100% facts. Okay, but one of the most important points to realize here is that when dealing with items like this, we always want to try to deal with one size fits all, right? So there's going to be a lot of items that are very, very similar, like almost identical to this, Amanda, that are one size fits all. Okay, where it doesn't matter if it's too big or too small, it's basically the same fit for everyone who wears it. So I love this product style. I would just urge you to take a note and say, look for something that actually is one size fits all. It would change the game for you when you're actually sending out products long term. You know, you're not going to have to worry about the sizing. You're not going to get people pissed off at the actual, it's too big, too small, refunds, all that stuff. One size fits all will change the game in terms of your stress levels when you start to scale this. Okay, so that's something you want to kind of consider as well. This product, though, for sure. Okay, this is very general. Okay, notice the general mass market appeal is huge here. Okay, and ultimately why we want to go ahead and go with an item like this, because one, it has mass market appeal. 2, it's trendy. Okay, and 3, it's going to also be a hit coming spring and even in the winter as well. It could be worn year round, like Amanda said. Now, one thing to realize also is when we're looking at clothing, we're always going to be looking for material differentiation. So with this specific item, Amanda, I would urge you to not only find one that is just one size fits all, but to find one with a bit more material differentiation as well. Because when you're dealing with clothing, okay, we're not looking at the pockets. Okay, we're not really looking at anything else, but like, yes, that's utility, but like pockets is not something that's going to really make or break it from being a winner. The material will, the kind of wear, the type of style it is when you wear it will, just like this one has that differentiation in style. Okay, but those are the 2 most important things: the way that you wear it, okay, and the style of how you wear it with the material. Now, with that being said, good price point here, which I'm very happy with. You could probably get this, sell this for like $45-50. Okay, but I do want you to get, like, this item I approve of, with the contingency of find me something that is one size fits all, and find me something that has a bit more material differentiation, just to have that extra kind of curb appeal for the actual user buying on impulse. Okay, because like I mentioned, and we mentioned, this is a phenomenal item to move forward with. Okay, women dominated for sure. Just like Vernell said, all these points are great. but we do want to meet those 2 points as well of being, one size fits all and also material differentiation. Those are two things, like specifically with clothing like this, those are two non-negotiables for me when dealing with items like this, because I've went through scaling your product from 40, 50K a day, okay, without one size fits all. And it's a nightmare, okay, that you just should not have to deal with, because if you could just find one that is one size fits all and your people can make that for you, because, now what's in is kind of cool, baggy clothing. Okay. So a lot of the time you're going to be able to get that done. One size fits all, even if it's not being offered to AliExpress, you can ask the agents that we work with, hey, can you whip this into like a one size fits all type of piece? And a lot of people will be willing to do that, which is really cool. So something to keep in mind. So Amanda, phenomenal choice here. Just definitely do me a favor, take down those 2 points and try to find something that is a bit more in that realm, but you're 90% of the way there with this product. Ladies and gents, hopefully you enjoyed that incredible product research video today as well. We always get so much incredible feedback on mainly our product research content, as well as everything else here as well. Let me know what you guys want to actually see more of down below. Let me know whatever you guys want. We'll go ahead and make it happen for you as well. Leave a like in the video right now. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell as well, and I'll see you guys in the next video.